again. And so please join me in welcoming our founder and CEO, Edward Kolodenko.
This is great, everyone. It feels like at home. Sometimes I have to repeat myself, so this is fantastic. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you to everyone watching online. Questrade started from an idea that formed in my head 26 years ago. Back then, online investing was not a thing in Canada. To buy stocks, you had to talk to your wealth advisor over the phone. And the internet wasn't even available to everyone. Yet this new phenomenon, day traders, were all over the news. That made me curious. Couldn't stop asking a few simple questions. Why were trade commissions so high? Why do Canadians continue to buy high-fee mutual funds? And why couldn't all Canadians have the same real-time visibility into the market as big corporations? I care because I'm Canadian. And Questrade is 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We focus on one thing only, you. And that meant we had to find answers, and we had to do it fast. We pioneered low-cost trading and free-to-buy ETF purchases in Canada. We introduced one of the first managed portfolios, still the lowest fee in the market. We were the first to bring you the first home savings account and open the door for advanced trading with IQ Edge. But many of you told us that we need to do more, faster. I hear you, and I agree. You have my personal commitment that we will continue to innovate at an even faster pace. Our teams have been hard at work, and tonight we're very excited to show you how focused we are in making Questrade the best destination for Canadians, regardless of where you are in your investing journey. You'll see robust functionality for every investment level with tools, analytics, and intuitive design that will get you exactly where you want to go. Whether you joined us 15 years ago or yesterday, going forward, you'll see investing become smarter, faster, and better with Questrade, because we only succeed if you do. Let's hear more about what we have accomplished together so far from Rob, the president of Questrade Financial Group.
This pace is not a promise for the future. We have already raised the bar, and we will keep on raising the bar until you get all of the outcomes you deserve. What's the proof? This year alone, we have released more products faster than ever before. This is the new Questrade. But it's not just about building new. We're building from a rock-solid foundation. We are proud to record 99.9% platform uptime, best in class in Canada. And believe me, we will keep fighting for that last 0.1%, because we know that better uptime from us means better upside for you. And you're already making it count. More trading happens on our platform per client than anywhere else in Canada. But as proud as we are to be number one, let's talk about a different number. $12 billion. Those aren't our profits, those are yours. And results like that mean that you're not only participating in the markets, you're outpacing them. And there's no number that matters more to us than this. Because our progress is not just measured by our profits, and our progress is not measured by our share price. Our progress is measured by making you all better off. Now, we have not made this progress alone, and we will not chart our future alone either. So many of you here tonight are members of Questrade Alpha Group, a network of traders whose ideas and opinions have let us take big swings at real change. For those of you who are already members, I say thank you. For those of you who have not yet joined us, know this: there has never been a better time to join us in charting the future of investing. My hope is that that future starts tonight on this stage, and there are no two people better positioned to take us through it than Juan Kim, our Chief Product Officer, and Ariana Shadlin, our Head of Customer Experience.
Our journey to become the partner you deserve had to start with catching up. Catching up on products and features that you've been asking for a while, some for years, to be honest.
That's right. Every phone call, every email, every Questrade Alpha survey, long and short, that you answered, every one of your most passionate Reddit comments, which I assure you, we read them all, and your YouTube comments. You were so clear about one thing. You didn't want to settle for less. And we don't want to settle for good enough either. Luckily, as we worked through solutions this past year, we had the best partner. And that was you. Since kicking off Questrade Alpha at the beginning of the year, our group keeps growing every day. And I'm really proud to share that we're just over 30,000 traders.
And in those conversations, many of you told us that catching up fast alone wasn't enough. We had to make sure we build better versions of those products, the ones that reflect what real investors need, not what just some product managers think are sleek. Like the fractional shares we introduced a few months ago. Fractional shares enable you to buy and sell stocks in dollar increments so that more of your money is working for you. When we started working on fractional shares, the industry practice was to collect all the orders from customers throughout the day and then execute them once a day, just because it's easier for brokers to do so. And while that may work for simple beginners, real investors want to know exactly at what price the orders are filled at. So we introduced real-time fractional shares, where orders are filled right away, not at the end of the day. With us, what you're seeing is exactly what you're buying and selling. We're glad this is now becoming the industry standard. And I know that many of you have been asking for fractional shares on Canadian stocks as well. And we are working hard to make it real time, just like the US stocks for early 2026. And then there is our dividend reinvesting plan, or DRIP, that rolled out last month. With DRIP, you can auto-invest the dividends paid from the stocks you hold right back into buying more of those stocks so you can get to your goals faster. Real investors, though, don't always subscribe to an all-or-nothing approach in managing their portfolio. Some stocks you hold for the long-term dividend plays, but part of your investing is for trading too. So with us, you can pick which stocks you want to turn the DRIP on, rather than applying it blindly to your whole portfolio. And earlier this month, we launched overnight trading. You can finally now buy stocks around the clock because market events don't just wait for the exchange hours anymore. We started with 22-hour trading to get this in your hands as soon as possible, and we'll be expanding to 24-hour coverage in 2026. Soon, we will be connecting you to multiple trading venues after hours, the first Canadian brokerage to do so. This means you will have a higher chance of getting better prices and better liquidity day and night. And in early December, you'll be able to set up recurring buy, where you can schedule stock purchases at a frequency you desire. You don't need to set up calendar reminders anymore to invest like clockwork. Now, coming next in early 2026 is portfolio rebalancing. It's one thing to easily buy your stocks periodically, but staying balanced in the market is just as important for real investors. And as you build a diversified portfolio, some stocks in your portfolio start to go up faster than the others. This means your portfolio can become less diversified and take on more risk unintentionally. So our in-platform portfolio rebalancing allows you to automatically maintain the allocation of holdings in your portfolio as their values fluctuate. This means your carefully curated portfolio can now grow in your original design. This was a core feature behind Quest Wealth Portfolios, the first managed portfolio in Canada. And now you can apply the same control in your self-directed portfolio in a single setup.
All these features were directly influenced by you. The stories that you've shared with us over the past year and some more time are daily sources of inspiration. Take Daryl, who works on the factory floor out east. He's been there for the last 21 years. He doesn't have a business or finance degree, but a few years ago he came to Questrade and started learning on his own. And his growth is a testament to what's possible. He's the only one on his factory floor who trades. And actually, when we called Daryl to invite him to our product showcase tonight, he shared that he was really excited to be in a room full of like-minded people. Daryl has earned real financial freedom and will be retiring from the factory floor altogether soon and comfortably. And then there's Jake, whose grandfather got him started with investing young and early. At 18, he opened an account with Questrade. And though he shared his mistakes of trying to beat or time the market, he finally arrived at a strategy that works for him. And he bought his first home at the age of 24. And Krista. Krista is such an inspiration. She invested here and she invested there, but it was actually when she was on maternity leave that she decided to give a real go at options trading. She put in lots of effort to learn and grow, and now she spends only a few hours a day reading the news and creating her strategies, giving her more time to be with her family. Krista inspires us, but also her friends, who've enlisted her to teach them everything she knows about trading. It's stories like these, what we refer to and what we mean by the dawn, because the dawn isn't just when the sun comes up. It's where you squeeze more out of every day. It's where the 10,000 hours that nobody else sees occur and add up.
Our customers clearly put in a lot of work to build a better future. And achieving the market average return just doesn't cut it for them. Investing in the market indexes like the S&P 500 is a simple way to grow with the market. But you want more, and you deserve more, and you inspire us to do more for you too. If you could just swap a couple stocks in and out of a basic index fund, well, your conviction and your intelligence could turn into better than average performance. But today, you have to pick. Spend hours managing your own portfolio, or buy a simple index fund. So, we built a way to change that. Introducing custom indexing. Custom indexing lets you build and customize your own index fund. Think of it as your own ETFs. It starts with browsing and choosing from popular indexes, sector lists, and ETF holdings as your starting template. And then you can simply modify the index by adjusting allocation or even removing some stocks. Or if you want, you can even add more stocks. Let's say you believe in AI, like many of investors do right now, but you're wary of going all in on big techs. With custom indexing, you can build your very own fund that tracks the top energy companies in addition to the AI giants. Or let's say you already hold big positions in a couple stocks and want to avoid unintentional concentration in your ETF portfolio. With custom indexing, you can simply pick the ETF you want to mimic and reduce the allocation on the stocks you've already invested in. All it takes is one click, and all the stocks in your custom index are yours. And we buy them for you in the amount and the frequency of your choosing. And of course, we automatically rebalance it for you to make sure your allocation stays as you intended. The control you want, the diversification you need, without tedious efforts, and without management fees. Custom indexing will be available in early 2026.
I'm already thinking about the changes I'm going to be making to my SPDR holdings. I hope you are too. And it's this way of flexing between all-in-one ETFs and actively picking stocks that you want that gets at something we've always felt a little bit limiting. Too often, the investing industry places people in two buckets. You're either a long-term investor or an active trader. And we know that's not true. Most Canadians are a bit of both. You have buy and hold assets, but you also go after ways to maximize more on immediate opportunities. Better performance has to have both long-term and short-term in mind. Tonight, there will be something for everyone. For the investing curious, for those just getting started, for those who are more advanced, and even those who consider themselves pro.
All right, so we talked a lot about products that make long-term investing better and more efficient. Now, let's turn our attention to products that design for advanced investing and trading. As you level up, you need more control and more flexibility. Shaving time off also matters, so you can act faster as the opportunities emerge. If you're one of these advanced users, we have not lost our focus on you in both catching up and pushing the boundaries. You may have seen just a few weeks ago that we launched Cash Secure Puts, making it easier than ever to earn extra yield on a stock you intend to buy while you wait for the price to drop. And today, we get to say for the first time in Canada, you can now trade Cash Secure Puts in your register accounts. Margin, cash, TFSA, and RRSP, because maximizing every dollar's impact matters for the long term as much as it does in the short term. Let's talk about options traders next. Some 60% of you bravely buy options on the day of expiry. But most brokers impose a cutoff time, typically around 2:30 p.m., and close out your positions against your will. Because they rely on outdated risk management practices, because they believe they know better than you. And we're changing that. Self-managed options will be live this Friday, letting your day of expiry trades right past the typical 2:30 cutoff, so you can finally make every minute count. And all you need to do is just turn the toggle on. Okay, so we didn't invite you here out tonight just to talk about the expected.
But we are really proud of what we've accomplished. But we're not done yet. We've been working on something really big. Are you ready?
Questrade Pro, a platform that's finally worthy of the effort, the passion, and the time that you, our active traders, pour into your craft every single day. We've built a next-generation active trading platform from the ground up. Questrade Pro was designed with a single goal. That goal is to help you be 10 times more efficient than you are today. Whether that's generating new trade ideas, building conviction in those ideas, or executing on them. Because when you need less time to go from idea to execution, that's not working less. That's working smarter. The point of Pro is not just to be the best active trading platform in Canada today. It's to be the platform that shapes where trading is going. And I want to show you what that means this evening. Out of the box, Questrade Pro delivers a complete trading experience directly in your browser. And it comes fully equipped with all the powerful tools that you need to take control of the markets. So let's dig into the fun stuff, starting with charts. Charts, well, they're kind of like maps of the market. They're so important to helping you navigate the highs and the lows and to plan where to go next. The charts in Questrade Pro are cleaner, more responsive, and more interactive than any we've ever built. They come preloaded with over 100 indicators, including many that we've never had before, like anchored VWAP and Donshin channels. This also includes my favorite, the volume profile indicator, because the volume profile helps me geek out and get really precise on where key support and resistance levels are. I'm also happy to share that by rebuilding our charting experience, we can now deliver two things that you've all been asking for some time. First, our charts now go down to the 1 second interval. So you won't miss any of the action. Second, you can now trade directly from the chart. Now you can set and adjust orders and brackets right on a chart and easily visualize your open orders. This is true for stocks, it's true for ETFs, and it's true for options. Now, charts aren't the only way to get a pulse on the market. You all know that. Many of you, for example, you rely on the time and sales tape to get a feel for how markets are moving. The tape is fast. Blink and you'll miss it. So Pro introduces a new time and sales pressure bar that helps you visualize recent buy and sell pressure so you can time your entries with confidence. We've also been hard at work redesigning the way we show you depth of market, or level 2 data. Questrade Pro has all new depth of market visualizations, including an order distribution chart so you can see supply and demand at a glance. It also has a full price ladder, so you can really dig into the order book, understand where there's liquidity, and spot price action even before it happens. What about options? For you options traders out there, knowing what you're getting into is so important. And Pro completely revamps our options trading experience. You'll now not only be able to place single leg trades right from the options chain, but also build and visualize complex strategies. Now, my favorite options trade, it's selling iron condors, because I like to profit even when the market goes sideways. So we're going to build one here by selling a call spread and a put spread on SPY, and wait for it, aha, there we go. Pro detects that we're building an iron condor, and it shows us all the stats that we need to be confident in the trade, including probability of profit and break even. From day one, you'll get to build your own custom strategies or choose from 18 pre-built ones. Okay, let's queue up this iron condor for tomorrow morning when the market's open. And there we go, all set. But we know that trading doesn't end just when you make a trade. We think that what you do after the trade matters just as much as what you do before it. Managing performance, it matters to active traders. The whole reason you trade is to get ahead. So we built a whole new performance dashboard to help you do just that. Elsewhere, you might see a big P&L number that'll make you feel good. But here, you'll see real metrics that you can act on for every single trade execution. This includes not only your realized P&L, but your return on investment and your R multiple to help you fine-tune the risk that you take on each trade. The performance dashboard also helps you summarize your performance over multiple time horizons, so you can see how you did today, this week, or even this year. Folks, when we set out to build a browser-based trading platform, we knew that we couldn't sacrifice the flexibility and the performance that you expect on a desktop. So we did it. Questrade Pro turns your browser into an infinite canvas that's infinitely scrollable in every direction. We also know that multi-screen is important to you, and it's the reason that many of you often choose desktop platforms. So Pro comes with multi-screen support out of the box. You can add and remove as many widgets as you like across those multiple screens and link those widgets into groups that always stay in sync. So no matter how many markets you're watching, Questrade Pro will not hold you back. Oh, and yes, we're bringing you hotkeys too. So you can place new orders, modify existing ones, and manage your positions in a single key press, right from your browser. So, modern charting, all new time and sales and depth of market visualizations, a revamped option strategy builder, a performance dashboard, and all the power of a desktop platform in your browser. But I'm not done just yet. Because earlier I said that Questrade Pro is not just built for today's trading. It's built to shape where tomorrow is going. But thus far, I've shared many things that you'd likely see as table stakes in a great trading platform. So let me introduce a few other things that we've been cooking up. The first is News Plus. When news happens that affects your watch list or your portfolio, you'll get an alert in Pro. But you won't just see a headline. You'll see what happened, why it matters, and how much of an impact it's having all in one spot. This AI-augmented analysis combines and combs through everything from articles to earnings reports to give you a clear-eyed sense of how to respond. No more scanning headlines, no more waiting for tweets, just the understanding that you need when you need it. This kind of ease is how we want all of your time with Pro to feel. The second is one of my favorite Pro features. It's an automatic pattern finder for all your charts. A few minutes ago, I talked about charts being kind of like the maps of the market, right? And if you're anything like me, those maps are pretty marked up. We know that you spend so much time manually analyzing charts. You're mapping out key support and resistance levels, or you're eyeballing patterns that dictate your entry and exit points. But we think there's a better way to get the signal that you need quicker. And Pattern Finder delivers. You'll get instant support and resistance lines drawn on your charts. And you'll be able to immediately scan for dozens of the most common chart patterns, which are then placed right on the chart for you. And in the future, you'll even get notified when those patterns are emerging. So you'll never miss a moment to win. Why don't we actually try it out? So here on the screen behind me, we have the one-day candles for Tesla. And let's say we're interested in scanning the chart for patterns. With one click, Questrade Pro identifies that there's a diamond top pattern emerging on this chart. It reminds us, in case we forgot, that this is a bearish pattern, and it even estimates how the pattern might play out. Now, let's say we want to draw the key support and resistance lines. Again, with one click, they're automatically drawn on the chart. No eyeballing necessary. This is the efficiency that Pro was built upon. And this efficiency extends to options research too. Because the way we see it, making it easier to find winning option strategies, it benefits everyone. It lowers the barrier to entry if you've never made an options trade before, but it also raises the ceiling on how efficient your trading can be if you know what you're looking for. So our new Radar for Options feature continuously surveys the market for the strategies with the highest expected value and probability of profit at any given time. So you'll never be out of new trade ideas, no matter which way the winds of the market are blowing. Convenience like this, it's not a luxury. We really think it can make every minute that you spend on Pro more valuable. And as we move through 2026, we will continue to find ways to make your trading 10 times more efficient. Because soon, the way you trade in Pro will be changing on an even more fundamental level. You'll be able to set up real-time conditional alerts based on whatever conditions matter to you, whether that's emerging price breakouts, new sentiment, or changes to technical indicators. You name it. And we will constantly scan the market for trades that fit those criteria in the background, whether you're online or not. And when we find a trade that fits your idea, you'll get a notification asking if you want to complete it. Say yes, and it's executed. That's it. Pro will also put an end to the days of having to pore over data to separate the signal from the noise. Now look, you can still dig into the data if that's what makes trading fun for you. Sometimes I like to do that too. But so many of you share that the most time-consuming part of your trading, what you wake up early and what you go to bed late for, is making sense of mountains of research so that you can build conviction in your setups. At launch, Pro's built-in AI agent, powered by our partners at Boosted AI, will be optimized for research, giving you the same tools used by hedge funds and institutional traders. It will be capable of handling all the hard data analysis for you. But don't take it from me. Let's actually put our agent to the test. So I might ask it something like, what is the biggest market mover over the past 6 months across all my positions? And looks like it's Tesla. So one of the things that I like doing with big positions in my portfolio is to think about the bull and the bear case for that stock. So we could say something like, provide me the bull case and the bear case for Tesla, and maybe include both technical and fundamental factors in your assessment, and also provide me the consensus analyst price target. Okay, so let's send the prompt. I'm gonna send it. And within a few seconds, what we should start seeing is a really structured and concise response back. Because in the background, it's digging through thousands of filings, analyst reports, and proprietary data sources, as well as doing technical analysis to uncover recent price action. And the output, it's richer and more nuanced than anything a standard consumer LLM could give you. But folks, we're not going to stop there, because in 2026, our AI agent will move from research to action. So when that analysis turns up a trade you want to make, all you have to do is say the word, and Pro will pull the trigger for you. Pro is a powerful platform that gives you infinite possibilities. But like so many of you, I'm kind of just a creature of habit, especially when it comes to trading. I like knowing where my widgets are. I like knowing how to navigate my workspace. So we built a collection of familiar workspace templates inspired by the hundreds of workspaces that you've shared with us in all of our research. So whether you're an options trader, or you're a technical analysis whiz, maybe you're just getting started into trading, you can hit the ground running fast. And yes, we made sure that one of our pre-made workspaces looks and feels just like Edge Web, to help you transition to Pro easily. Questrade Pro is a real leap forward in how trading happens. But here's what gets me the most excited, though. Most of what we've seen so far isn't quarters away, and it isn't coming soon. In fact, some of you have already had a chance to try Pro out as part of our alpha group. And now we get to officially say, we will begin rolling out the closed beta of Questrade Pro in just 2 weeks. And you? Well, you all can sign up for the waitlist right now. I'm so excited for all of you to try Questrade Pro and to experience a new dawn for active trading in Canada.
Isn't Questrade Pro just beautiful? I gotta admit, I've been using the alpha release for a couple weeks now, and it really does make all the difference. Now, as Rob mentioned earlier, there's no Canadian platform where each customer does more trades than at Questrade. And this is particularly true for some of you in the room today. For you, trading isn't just a side hustle, it is a core part of your day-to-day. And you spend a lot of time with us, so we're stepping up to do more for you. All of you told us that you care about the value for the fees you're paying. That's why we're building products that can unlock greater performance, like Questrade Pro, while keeping our fees low, like our zero commissions. But if you're doing a lot of trades, even those small fees can add up. That's why we're changing our options pricing. Starting today, the more you trade in the month, the lower your contract fees go, even as low as zero. And starting in December, for high-volume options traders, US margin pricing will also be reduced to 4.5%, the best rate in the industry. Now, pricing is one piece of the puzzle for active traders, but the service and support matters as much because you just need to be in the game when the opportunities pop up. That's why we're one of the few brokerages that offer phone support until late at night and over the weekend, regardless of the size of your assets. But that's not enough for active traders. You need dedicated support even faster. And when you run into challenges with your complex strategies, you just need to talk to a professional. For those who know Leo and his trade desk team, you know how invaluable they are when it matters the most. In fact, Leo's in the room today with us. Please give him a round of applause. Hope those in the room get to meet him later today because starting in December, our market-leading signature trade and support desk will be available to all of our top traders, starting with our top options traders. And if you're an eligible trader, in early December, you'll be able to reach them without leaving your platform, just using the chat window to connect directly with them. At Questrade, we reward customers based on their actions, not just their wealth. That's why our customer reward program, Questrade Reserve, has multiple ways you can qualify, by trading, doing options, trading on margin, or with AUM. And Reserve delivers benefits that matter, like priority support line, 2% match on RSP contributions, double the refer friend bonus, and free Questrade membership. And stay tuned as we continue to evolve this program next year to include more of our customers with even more ways to qualify and with even more benefits. The Pro platform that makes you 10 times more effective. Market-leading pricing on equities, options, and margin. Dedicated trade and support desk to access real professionals. And a reward program that values your work, not just your wealth. If you're an active trader, there's no better platform in Canada than Questrade in your quest to maximize your performance.
For many of you, the new and advanced features of Questrade Pro are super exciting and energizing. But for others, you may be feeling like the benefits of Questrade Pro feel a little far away for you right now. And if they do, that's okay. That's a feeling I can definitely relate to. Here at Questrade, I spend a lot of my time working with data and working with financial models, but when it comes to actually managing my own investments, it's surprisingly daunting. And I also know that without the proper training and discipline, trading can be super emotional. Losses can lead to frustration and self-doubt, and wins can lead to feelings of validation and overconfidence. Like many of you, I've always wanted to more actively manage my investments, but I never had enough time. Something always came first: work, health, or making time for my family and friends. And in the spare 30 minutes after logging off for the night, I honestly didn't really know where to start. But it doesn't have to be this way. And the reason why more of us aren't taking active control over our investments isn't because we can't. It's because historically, learning how hasn't been accessible. And so many investors start in this exact place, knowing they want to, but not knowing where to begin. Meet Brian, for example. Brian's interest in investing first sparked during a high school business course. He dove in, initially eyeballing charts and buying stocks on instinct. But soon he realized that more success required a more methodical approach. Now, years later, Brian is a highly knowledgeable and successful trader, but it took him a lot of time and a lot of energy to get there. Learning resources were scattered, they were surface level, and they were at times unreliable. Even today, Brian is still keen to learn more, actively seeking out more advanced educational material like how to use level 2 market data. When we talked to Brian, we asked him what advice he had for us, and he shared that his biggest hope is that it will be significantly easier for his son to learn about trading than it was for him. Brian and his family are actually here tonight. Thank you, Brian. It's customers like you that inspire us every day to make investing more accessible. And that's exactly why we built Trade School, a first of its kind in-platform learning course, one that respects where you are now, your potential, and your time. Trade School will offer interactive, bite-sized lessons covering a range of topics, including entry-level content, like how to read charts and the basics of risk management, and more advanced content, like margin power and bracket orders. We've designed Trade School for any self-directed investor to pick their stream of interest and set their level of proficiency within that stream. Because we've learned that even for our most active traders, the desire to learn and improve every day is a unifying characteristic of a Questrade customer. While there are no exams, Trade School will help track your progress. You'll earn streaks for consistency and answer skill testing questions to make sure you really understood the concepts. So why don't we work through a few examples together? Starting with the concepts of support and resistance. So Luca just showed you that with Pattern Finder, we can actually do this for you. But you probably still want to know what these concepts mean. Every price chart has natural boundaries, psychological floors and ceilings that prices repeatedly respect. Trade School is going to teach you how to become an expert at spotting these boundaries. We'll cover the market psychology that drives this behavior, and most importantly, we'll show you how to use it to your advantage. Now on to a skill testing question. At what price range is this stock hitting resistance? Nice work. $11 to $12 was the correct answer. While support, which I now know as a price floor, is a fantastic way to find a solid entry point for a trade, later, we'll combine this with more advanced lessons covering bracket orders and position sizing. This is where you'll learn about the crucial concept of the R multiple, or the risk to reward ratio, to make sure that you're considering both the upside and the downside before placing a trade. Let's do one more pop quiz together. Based on the following chart, what would my R multiple be? That's right, it'd be 1 to 3. We don't want to give away the whole lesson plan tonight, but rest assured, as of Q1, you'll get the basics and you'll get to go beyond them, all without having to download another app or worry if who's teaching you is really qualified. And as you go through these lessons, as you learn and as you grow, we know that theory is one thing, but application is another. And one of the most frequent pieces of feedback we hear from first-time investors is that they feel overwhelmed by all of the different trades they could make and are not sure what to do first. The newly designed Ideas page was made to help surface trade ideas and support anyone who gets this feeling. You'll see what's trending, the most popular stocks in the most popular sectors, and access a real-time newsfeed. The Ideas page will also have the same AI augmentation that Questrade Pro has, making sure you're never stuck with just a surface level update, but also have real understanding of the core message, the sentiment, and the impact right at your fingertips. This means less searching for news and more streamlined discovery of insights that really matter to you. And as you find more ideas, what was previously overwhelming instead starts to become really exciting. And so now you've placed several trades and your wealth is growing. You're looking for that next way to get ahead, and we want to help you. Covered calls are the natural next step to help you grow your portfolio while managing your risk. When we talked to Brian, he mentioned that covered calls were a huge performance booster for him, but that the experience we offer new options traders today can be pretty confusing. So we're working to improve this experience and make powerful strategies even more accessible. We're starting with covered calls because it's one of the most popular ways people transition from stocks and ETFs into the world of options. If you're unfamiliar, covered calls allow you to get paid immediately on stocks you own for giving up some of the stock's potential upside. This is a great strategy for generating additional income on stocks that you plan to hold anyways, especially if you think the market will be flat or only move slightly up. So starting in Q1 of next year, whether you're trading on Questrade Pro or Quest Mobile, when you buy over 100 shares, you'll be able to add a covered call to your trade directly from the order entry screen. All it will take is the click of a button. The other strategies that Luca talked about earlier are often branded as complex or for use by advanced traders only, but they could be your next opportunity to unlock performance. So we're not stopping with covered calls. Our plan is to replicate this experience with other strategies down the line. Combine this experience with Trade School and the Ideas page, and what you get is not the arrival of oversimplified trading, but of accessible trading.
You've seen and heard tonight what we've been working on across equities, options, and trading. But I know you're all asking, what's next? What else is going to help you perform? And I'm excited to share 2 new asset classes that do exactly that. The first one's very personal to me. For many of us, gold has always been a part of our lives. It's a symbol of family, culture, life's milestones. I've received gold from loved ones throughout my life. This pendant I'm wearing right here, I received from my girlfriend when I turned 16. She's now my wife. We celebrated our 25th year anniversary this year. Last night before bed, I asked her, I go, what do you think of the investment that you made 35 years ago? And like astute investor, she's like, I should have put in the index. So no joke, I just asked my colleague, could you tell me what return would she have got from $50? And it equates to 40x, which is great, $2,000. I hope I'm worth more than $2,000. Anyways, we have a safety deposit box at the bank, like many people, with gold that we got from our wedding, our children's births, other special occasions. So gold's always been around, but it's never a physical asset in my portfolio, right? Like it hasn't been easily accessible. There are alternatives like ETFs, which are great, I own them, but they don't feel like real gold, right? They don't have a feeling. And so this was the problem we set out to solve, and we knew we weren't alone, because you've already trusted us with almost $1 billion in our non-digital metals program. You know precious metals are a key to a diversified portfolio. They're a safety net, they provide hedge to market volatility, and for that reason, they're gaining a lot of attention. So we're bringing you an easier way to trade gold with the new Quest metals. Isn't this great? Like I feel like a little Jill Scott, like living my life like it's gold and living. Anyways, we've transformed gold into a static asset into a fully dynamic, fractional, integrated part of your portfolio. This is our perform without limits promise to you. 3 taps and you own gold. This is what accessible means. And the demand for Quest metals has been incredible.
with 50,000 of you already on our wait list. And we're excited to share that the alpha rollout will be starting in early December. When you buy gold on Questrade, you're buying a specific physical quantity of real gold that is securely and safely stored at the Royal Canadian Mint. We've cut no corners. The only expense we have fought against are high fees. And that's why we're proud to share that with Quest Metals, there will be no annual storage fee, no annual holding fee. This is not a promotional offer, and it's lower than any broker or bank. And it's definitely lower than the ETF management fees that you're charged. But we went further. Our spread is just 25 basis points. And for Questrade Plus members, we reduced that to 0. Another great reason to join that group. Now, fees are important. Low fees are very important to all of us, but equally important is execution. So let's speak about that. Unlike other platforms out there, we access 4 liquidity providers. So you always get the best price execution. It's why we price gold in US dollars, because that's the currency, the global currency of precious metals. It's also why we fractionalize down to 1/1000th of an ounce, because we know you're not looking for the smallest possible dollar increment. You want the best possible price. These were deliberate choices. No matter what your metal strategy, this is the most accessible, transparent offering, and we will be adding silver and other metals very soon. This brings me to the next asset class that we've been working on, which is launching in February, private markets. This is an area I know firsthand from my life before Questrade. For those that know, I'm a serial entrepreneur. One of the companies I co-founded is Borrowwell, which has become a Canadian fintech success story. And we were funded by venture capital, an institutional world, very exclusive. My experience as a founder gave me inside perspective into this world because I became a part of it. And it taught me a powerful truth, that these high-growth asset classes, they're not just hidden, they're locked away. It's a private club. You either have to be an institution or you have to know the right people. And for decades, that door was shut to you. And while that door was shut, institutional investors have poured over $30 trillion into private assets to build wealth. To put that in perspective, that's more than half the size of the S&P 500. And those private assets, how do you think they've performed? You guessed, you know it, right? They've done pretty well, with private equities beating public equities by over 5% annually over the past decade. But why? Well, it's pretty simple. Value creation has moved. Companies are staying private longer. The average private company is now sitting at 10 years of age. That's more than double what it was in 1999. And all that growth is happening before you get a chance to participate. How's that fair? It's not. So we set out to change this. We believe you should have access to quality private market opportunities, from private equity to private credit to the hottest pre-IPOs. And we're not just giving you access. We're going to give you control. We're going to give you the data and the transparency you need to make informed decisions. We're building on this core principle. Your returns are yours to keep. We know that high growth opportunities need to be paired with reasonable fees to be truly valuable to you. Quest Metals, private markets, they're just the start. We know there are other asset classes you've been asking for. And I want to make it crystal clear. We are working on it, and we're working on them. And as we make progress, we will share more. We are committed to expanding what you can invest in at Questrade. This is just the dawn of what's coming next. And we're not stopping there.
Tonight, we've told you about new tools to help you get more performance out of your investments and new assets you can invest in. But we know that investing is only part of the picture when it comes to your full financial life. Managing your money is hard, and there's so much complexity. Now, some people deal with this through elaborate multi-tab spreadsheets, carefully crafted over many iterations. But most people manage this load mentally and frankly, just inefficiently. Well, tonight I want to tell you about 2 new features that go beyond investing and help you solve that problem: balance sheet and cash flow. Now, balance sheet will give you a full financial picture across all your banking, lending, and other financial products, acting like your personal balance sheet. You can even see the value of your home or other real estate holdings just by entering the property's address. We'll even update the estimated value of your home in real time. So that solves the big picture view, but with cash flow, you'll get a view that will help you make day-to-day decisions about how to manage your money. It automatically detects your income streams and upcoming payments, giving you a true safe-to-spend number, one that you can really rely on. Now, that safe-to-spend number adapts in real time to your financial reality. So you'll be able to see how much you should save, how much you could spend, and how much you can invest. Because when you have that level of transparency, it's easier to make every dollar do more for you. And balance sheet and cash flow will go beyond insights. They'll automatically and continuously find ways to optimize your money for you, automatically balancing your income, debt, and savings while giving you options to reduce interest payments and generate the best possible yield. We take transparency and your outcomes seriously, so we're going to let you use balance sheet and cash flow with all of your financial products, whether you get them from Questrade or another bank or even another fintech. And if you're wondering how much balance sheet and cash flow will cost, I can let you know that they will be offered at no cost to Questrade customers. And even better, you'll be able to sign up for access before the end of Q1 2026. Now, we're taking the scope of these products further than anything you might have seen in Canada before, because your outcomes have so much to do with the tools and choices you have available to you. When you look at the choices that Canadians have when it comes to their bank, there's a lot to be desired. There aren't enough real, meaningful choices in the market. You can pick between the same products at a blue bank, or a red bank, or even a red and gold bank. But that's ultimately just aesthetics. And even worse, none of what they're selling is made to work for you. They ask for your time, and they ask for your trust, and they ask for your money, but the return on that too often feels one-sided. And that's what we're here to change tonight, because I can proudly say that we have obtained a Schedule I bank license. Now, federal regulators don't hand these out easily. They take time and they take work. What it means, though, is that in short order, Canadians will have a new choice. A bank that is every bit as official as the Big Five. A bank with all the same stability, but with different priorities. Here, the priority will always be your financial outcomes. And that's something that is unique in Canada. For too long, we've looked at all the innovation in other countries with envy. Guys, I know this firsthand. I spent the last 10 years prior to joining Questrade as a founder who built a digital bank in the United States. There are more than 9,000 banks and credit unions and banking apps that are available to Americans. But there are only 35 Schedule I banks in Canada. That means that there's less innovation, there's less competition, there's less pressure to deliver best-in-class products to help you get more out of your money. As someone who was born in Montreal, I couldn't be more proud and more excited to build a truly different bank for Canadians, a bank that puts you first. We'll be announcing more new bank products in the near future, maybe even one that will fit nicely into your wallet. Our mission is something that we are totally focused on, and it's one that we refuse to compromise on. It's one that we're uniquely able to take on because we are the first and only fintech in Canada that is also a bank.
Whether you are an experienced investor or just starting your journey, I hope we've left you excited tonight. For me, I'm most proud about how we are stepping up once again for our active traders. From our new Pro platform to best-in-class market prices, our premium trade desk support, there is no reason for an active trader to be anywhere other than Questrade. Before we close, we promise that as we continue to build more, we will build it alongside you. So with that, I'm happy to announce that our next launch event will be on the West Coast just a few months from now.
The products we unveiled tonight demonstrate our commitment to you and our commitment to claim our leadership position in the industry. Case in point, becoming Canada's newest bank gives us more ways to serve you better, because it means we can pass on more value to you, erasing the lines between saving and investing. More to come on this in 2026. I want to thank you again for spending the evening with us. And thank you to our amazing team working behind the scenes to serve you better. The incredible engineers, designers, product leaders, our customer service stars, and the pros who look out for your bottom line. Tonight is just the beginning. I look forward to our journey together with you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. Please join us on the third floor where there will be food, drink, and an opportunity to try Questrade Pro and Intelligence for yourselves. Thank you so much.